Hello everybody, welcome to the topic of nutraceuticals. This is the buzzword today. Today's modern day lifestyles have significantly changed from the last 3 decades. Faster pace of life, stress of life, this has been taking a toll on health and wellness. At the same time, access to media and information has allowed them to better understand latest developments in this area. Currently, the younger generation is extremely conscious of food and beverages that are more natural, those which enhance energy in a holistic way and have a balanced diet. There are routines and rituals like workouts, swimming, running, which needs supplements that cater to nutrition as well. Wellness hence has two pillars. The first is preventive, so that illness does not set in. The generation today does not wait for illness to occur. And like I said, through different medias, these days people self-educate themselves. So they know about the disease, they know about the onset of disease, so they don't wait till the illness occurs, unlike the older generation. The second is regeneration. Now this regeneration is the latest craze, where for most people the current work-related stress levels are so high that this needs to be addressed through compensatory elements. And hence the new branch nutraceutical was born. The term nutraceutical was coined from nutrition and pharmaceutical in 1989 by Stephen D. Fallis. According to him, nutraceutical can be defined as a food that provides medical or health benefits, including the prevention and treatment of disease. Nutraceutical is a baby born to two parents, nutrition and pharmaceutical. Dietary supplement is a type of nutraceutical which is defined as any product other than tobacco that is intended to supplement the diet and contains one or more following, which is vitamin, mineral, herb or a botanical or an amino acid or metabolite. It may be an extract or combination of previously mentioned terms, that is, a herb in combination with a vitamin, with an amino acid or with a metabolite, which according to FDA regulation may be marketed in food form if it is not represented as a conventional food, and it should be clearly labeled as dietary supplement. Specific health or function claims are allowed on a dietary supplement provided the FDA is given sufficient scientific evidence to support the claim. Fortified foods are enriched with vitamins and minerals, usually at a range up to 100% of the dietary reference. Now, these foods are often mandated by laws. There are breakfast cereals in the food categories that have been fortified. Functional foods are generally, it's an accepted definition for any kind of food or food ingredient that may provide a health benefit. There's a thin line or little difference between dietary supplements, fortified foods and nutraceuticals. There are super fortified foods also which contain extra supplements and botanicals. Now, dietary supplements, according to the Dietary Supplement Act of 1994, is intended for ingestion in a pill, capsule, tablet or a liquid form, and it includes all those products which are approved or licensed. Nutraceuticals must not only supplement the diet but also aid in prevention or treatment of a disease. A ray of cure preference in the mind of common patient revolves around the nutraceutical because of their false perception that all natural medicines are good. the high cost of prescription pharmaceuticals and reluctance of some insurance companies to cover the cost of the drugs help nutraceuticals solidify their presence in the global market of therapeutics and therapies. There are some baby boomers which have made the US food industry capture a large market, and there's a huge magnitude of this market growing very significantly. Look at this graph which shows there is a steady growth in the nutraceutical market, and by 2024 it's going to reach a great height. The Indian nutraceutical market is nevertheless too behind. This is also growing at a steady pace, and the key players in the Indian market are GSK, Hindustan Liver, Amway, Nestle, Danone, Kellogg's and Pepsi. There are strong Indian traditional players like the ITC, Dabur, Himalaya. Patanjali has made it very big in the last few years. Baidyanath, who are launching new products and reaching new segments in the market across different geographical areas in India. These are some of the nutraceutical products which have captured a big Indian market. Soy, which claims to have therapeutic effect in different diseases: cholesterol lowering, osteoporosis, cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and elevation of menopausal symptoms. Flaxseed is another nutraceutical which is rich in omega-3 fatty acid and has caught attention as a nutraceutical. Tomatoes, for lycopene content, there is isolated lycopene preparations or preparation containing tomatoes. Garlic, the old Indian tradition of using garlic in regular cooking. Now where this is not used, there it becomes a nutraceutical. Now in United States, where it is not a very regular ingredient of regular cooking, there this becomes a very important nutraceutical used as chemopreventive, antibiotic, antihypertensive and cholesterol lowering. Another allium species is onion. So onion and garlic both are excellent nutraceuticals. The broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables which are linked to decreasing cancer risk because of the pungent glucosinolates present in them. Glucosinolates are a group of glycosides which are stored within the cell vacuoles of all these cruciferous vegetables and which make them an important nutraceutical agent, especially for cancer prevention. So what is driving consumers towards these innovative delivery forms? Nutraceuticals may be consumed in raw form, or to make it more patient friendly and to make it more available, which can be consumed anytime, anywhere, they have to be formulated into a delivery form. So that is keeping consumers in mind who look for convenience and flexibility. There is a search for new and innovative health solutions. They enjoy the new empowerment to proactively manage their own health and wellness. They're attracted to bright, shiny and new things in the market, increasingly receptive to recommendation of peers, friends and family through word of mouth, and two very important big words, the social media. Key factors for successful product marketing is the convenience of taking the supplemental food, the ease with which a person can take So it might be either taking a pill, chewing a bar, or a regular food or drink. The ease of shopping for these functional products, which is they should be easily available in the nearest retail store, or they should be easily made available via e-commerce or online purchase. Product integration with technology is rapidly catching up with consumers, and products like which are easily sold online with technology are easily picked up. The word of mouth marketing becomes key for the success of products, especially functional food. And if the product can capture minds of few people and prove its efficacy, it goes a long way in the success story. It is important to keep the taste factor in mind while developing a nutraceutical product. The consumer, the end consumer or the customer is a king, and he should be treated like God. Finally, he is the one who is going to decide the success story of the nutraceutical product, because consumers themselves are now deciding which food to have, which not to have, which is good for them, which diseases they might contact, and what kind of food they should have to prevent these diseases. To market a nutraceutical, it is good to have a partnership with local retail giants or online giants, which will prove to be one of the keys to success. Thank you.